Hello, Tony Gentilcore here, and today I want to talk about the bird dog exercise and some simple cues you can use to clean it up and to make it as efficient as possible so we're doing it correctly. So the real main reason we do the bird dog is to teach people to own their lumbopelvic control while they're moving through their extremities. So we're really working on spine stability, core strength, etc. You'll see a lot of compensation when people do the bird dog in the sense like, number one, there's no semblance of control or tempo, where they're just kind of like flailing their arms around. So that's wrong. Number two, you see a lot of movement from the lumbar spine. So again, we want to work hip extension without going into lumbar extension. So you really got to audit the exercise and make sure people are really dialed in. The best way and the easiest way I've learned to teach a perfect bird dog is to use a valve slide. So I'll put the valve slide on the floor and I'll put their toe right on top of the valve slide. So what I'll do is I'll cue them to find spine neutral so they're not arching through their back too much. And number one is I'll have them bring their leg back to the point where they feel that glute fire, and I'll have them barely lift it up off the ground so there's no compensation through that lumbar spine. There should be no motion in this area. So I'm going to get the person to feel what that feels like. The leg does not need to go above the hip, so more range of motion does not make this exercise more effective. When we do an actual bird dog, the foot doesn't have to go above hip level and the hand doesn't have to go above shoulder level. So more range of motion does not make this effective. So to see the whole thing in action is I'll have the individual bring their leg back, right? So they feel that glute fire and just barely lift that foot off the valve slide. And I'll have them hold this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to the neutral position and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is the way to cue and really drill a perfect bird dog exercise.